and this is a competitive game where players are going to be exploring the world and trying to gain as many victory points as possible while they do so. The game starts with the trip planning phase where 3 random locations are going to be drawn, and these are going to be the 3 locations that players can visit throughout the game. These are the only locations that players can stop at. Although there's a whole bunch of different locations on the board, you're only going to be able to stop at these 3 specific locations. Players can be alternating turns, taking exactly 2 actions on their turn, and your first action is to take transport tickets, and you can either take them from the display or from the face down deck. And these cards are going to have different types of travel, and they're going to be moving you through the different routes between the locations, and in order to reach a location you're going to have to meet all the requirements of the routes that you're taking by having the appropriate cards in order to move along those routes. And in order to do this, you're going to be using your second action, which is to spend the tickets to move between your current location and your destination. And then the final action you can take is to perform a location action. And you're going to be gaining souvenirs or postcards or photos, which can help you complete different objectives and earn victory points for the end of the game. And each player starts the game at the home location depending on the character that they're playing as. The end of the game is triggered once a player has visited 2 of the 3 locations, and players will be gaining victory points for completing different objectives, completing their secret goals, as well as gaining victory points for each location that they passed through whenever they went to go visit a city. This means that the fastest route is not always best. Instead, you're going to be wanting to pass through as many locations as possible on your way to your destination city, because you're going to be gaining victory points for each of those. Just remember, you can't actually stop on those locations, you can only pass through them. So this means that you're going to be collecting cards until you're able to do that, and then you're going to be using them all at once. Once the end of the game is reached, players are going to be adding up all their victory points from all these different sources, and the player with the most victory points wins the game.